doing, guys?
We're going to Roger's hut. That's the other bag for guys.
So Noah's scratching out the entrances, turning over the dirt. Jade gives the lids a sweep. She checks the state of the traps, make sure the baffles are all around the right way and everything's in there. And then Jade gets to record the data on the phone. And then I've got the fun job of cleaning out the yummy stuff.
And Danica just discovered that his can make a noise. That hers can make a noise. Let me just see. Corn medic ATP to do the haka peanut butter. Face like this.
Alright, breakfast for champions. What do you got, JD?
Power.
Nice. What are you smashing back, mate?
2-minute noodle.
Oh, champion, alright. Hey, old girl. Grandma's here with the kids.
Hi, sister.
Is that your sister, you reckon?
Yes.
Well, she's old enough to be your grandma, eh, Fernie?
Yes, she is.
The kids have been busy creating a bush story together. Noah's the illustrator, and Jade's the story writer. Another glorious bushy good morning to you all. So yeah, a bit slow on the intro for this video, but myself, my wife Brookie, the two kids Noah and Jade, and our retiree Labrador Fern. We're in the bush for 5 days. Myself and Brooke are going to be working some trap lines, working on a conservation project, and the kids will be helping us where they can, and also we'll just be subbing out, having some mum and dad time and doing some bush activities. So it's the last week of January, which means the last week of the school holiday for the kids. We've got 4 big days of trapping to do. And we'll also just wander around and see what the blue ducks are up to.
Glorious day up here today. I headed off from the hut around 7:30 this morning. Jake and the kids were going to have a cruisy one, although I did hear the scrub bar start up once I was going on my line, so obviously Jacob's got to work around the hut, but they were heading off to check up on a couple of pairs of whio, and I'm just doing the same loop that I did last time we were in, so about 70 traps for me today. This is number 3 stoat for today, so that's pretty cool. So I've had heaps of traps with some rats, and then all of the stoats I've caught, there's also been a rat, which is a bit older, so the stoats obviously come in keen on the rat. Heaps of birds out, beautiful day. Man, it was cold last night, so it was a bit fresh. Started off with a bunch of clothes on and shedded a few layers. Sweating, heading up the hill.
We found the first blue ducks here, and they had one baby. And also I saw that they had this little hideout.
We've just spotted a grey duck, and they can be quite cagey. So the grey ducks nest up here as well, only a few of them. And we've just heard the baby ducks, they'll be hiding in there somewhere making a bit of a peep peep noise. So we'll carry on up and try and find this next pair of blue ducks we're after.
Pretty like that. You see right there. Very sorry.
Okay, so we only managed to find the one pair of blue ducks with their one baby. We were hoping to find the second one that we've been asked to look for, but they must have been hiding up a side stream or in a log jam. But yeah, it's just coming up 2 PM in the afternoon. The kids have had a fun morning and they're now quite hungry, so we're making our way back along the track back to the hut, and we'll go and dry our feet out there, warm up and enjoy the beautiful day. Brookie's due back to the hut around 4 PM, so we'll have a good clean up once the kids have had a feed. Oh hey Jade. And then we'll be able to sort her out a hot brew and a bit of kai, and then hopefully if it's not too windy and cool we'll all head down to the stream for a family swim and a wash.
This turned into a stunning day. Pretty high up on this little knob before I dropped down. I think this is where I might have stopped last time. The next line heads up that ridge, following along there. That's where I get up sort of past the 1,000 metre mark. Going to be some glorious views from the top. Not a bad spot for a sandwich. Who doesn't love a bit of peanut butter? That's me, all done. Back on the track. Quite glorious walking on a track after being off the track all day. I'm going to jog my way back to the hut and catch up with the fam.
So after a nice swim with the family, we headed off for an evening walk. Brooke and Jade spent a bit of time at the old historic Rogers or Te Wairoa hut. Then me and Noah headed up the stream in search of the second pair of blue ducks we were asked to find and check on. We also took the rifle with us just in case we'd come across a deer. Okay, so it's just come up 8 PM. Brookie had a good day on the trap lines. I think she said she got 5 stoats. Those were some crazy eyes, man. So yeah, she had a good day. Me and the kids had a cool day, and myself and Noah have just headed upstream. We've located the second pair we were trying to find for the blue duck monitoring team. My guy James, he's been coming in here with his dogs and monitoring the blue ducks at the moment. What do we got in that one, mate?
A stoat.
A little smelly stoat. Good morning. Day 3 for us all up here today. And yeah, the last couple of days have gone really well with the kids. Been awesome having the family in here. Really enjoying it. Myself and Noah didn't manage a deer last night, but we had a real good walk, good chat, so that was choice. Got back to the hut just after dark, and the girls were just tucking into bed. So yeah, I've just left the hut, just coming up 7 AM in the morning. The kids and Brookie are having a snooze in. They might do a few traps today on the track and a couple of the smaller loops, and I'm just heading off. I'll be out for the whole day. Got 3 to 4 good loops to do, and then a bunch of traps on the main walking track back to the hut this arvo or this evening. The joys of the beech forest during summer, and we head into February and then March, which is the gnarly time for the old wasps. They turn to protein, and yeah, it just seems like their prey drive and their angriness goes up a few notches. If you were to crush a wasp nest that might be under some beech roots, and you disturb them and they start going AWOL and they chase you and sting you, you better be prepared to run. And if you run, don't fall over or snap your leg, because if a swarm of these buggers gets you and you can't move, you're pretty much toast. And here's a classic example, right in the middle of the trap line. Pink marker there. The track comes down here, through there, next pink marker there. And I don't want to get too close, but I stood right here having a breather, heard some buzzing, and if we just zoom in, right by my feet underneath this old beech stump is a wasp nest that I was standing on top of. They're not too aggravated, it might only be a small one. But yeah, if I had stood there any longer and one of them had stung me, generally what happens is once you've been stung, the other wasps smell the sting or pheromones or some fancy scientific thing happens, and they all come out and start attacking you. And just before I showed the link to the NZ Geo article, The Coming Swarm, it's well worth a read and is very interesting and shows just how much of a problem wasps are in New Zealand.
You were drooling over that carrot, Fernie, so I let you have it, and you spat it out. What do we got?
A stoat.
You going to get it out there, Jade?
No.
You going to scoop it out?
No, otherwise it sets the trap off. It's just you need to get it out. Okay, that was definitely not a trap. That was a...
Ooh.
And we're back at the hut, and we've just all had a nice swim at the river. Very cold swim, but still a nice swim. Hey, old girl. Got the washing drying. These two are out catching crickets. Thousands of crickets on the hut clearing. And yesterday I had the scrub bar out and opened up the track down to the stream around the toilet. Pruned a few of these beech trees to let in a bit of light and for a bit of firewood. And cut the grass around the hut. What do you reckon, Gil? One last nudge? Just like old times, eh? Oh well, we've been going for about 40 minutes. We've got about 20 to 30 minutes and then it will be dark. Just been cruising up the stream quite close to the hut. And yeah, perfect conditions, beautiful evening. Not much wind. Nice and calm and clear. But no deer. Gil? Fernie got keen at one area, winding quite hard. Another beautiful morena to you all. Day 4 today for us. And I'm about to indulge in my breakfast of champions. Chill out in the sun. Have a brew. So Brookie headed out early this morning. She's gone to do a loop quite far up one of the streams. Trap line up there. And me and the kids have just had a cruisy chill out, been playing cards, had some brekkie, and then about mid-morning, once the bushes dried out a bit, myself and the kids will head off and we've got a nice close trap line loop to do.
Back at it today. What are we, day 4. I've just headed off this morning to finish the last of the traps over this side. Just one line of sort of 30 traps and should be back before lunch. The kids and I went out yesterday while Jacob was doing his lines and we did a little loop and a few on the track. They're such great little helpers. So nice to be back in here with them. Really makes us realise how much they've grown since we were in here last and how fast they're growing up and all the fields. Starting out to be pretty neat little bush kids. Paradise. Alright, this is me. This is my turn off. So I'll be heading up in there, big loop around, and I'll end up coming back out onto the track a wee way up and just jog back to the hut.
All good. That's a good sized stoat, eh kids? Good success.
Yeah.
20 traps and then about a K back to the hut. I'm gonna laugh if you fall in, mate. Good balance there, Superman. You.
Well, just coming down the last part of my line. I just spooked a stag. Couldn't quite get the camera out fast enough. Ran right down here. Was just standing up there and I came down here and it boosted, headed off down that way somewhere. That's the third deer I've spooked on this trip. We've been working hard, so we need soft feet.
I've been working hard. You went with Daddy. Drink too much. Oh, okay. Can I have my stick there, please?
Morning, mate.
Morning.
Day 5. We're heading up the track. Morning, Jade.
Morning.
Morning, love.
Good morning.
And Brookie was a soldier yesterday and done a few extra trap lines, so our January month round is complete. So that makes it easy for today. Do this little blue duck mission and homeward bound.
Pretty long.
Yeah, it's a big boy.
Alrighty, team. Everyone loaded up.
Yeah.
Another successful trip.
Stay here.
No.
Do some traps.
No.
Mum might stay in. Got all the trapping done, so that was cool. And we're training for Fiordland. Got the little scrub bar in the pack. Mum's pack looks pretty decent too. And these fellas have got all of their gears.
Bernie wants to stay there. She's just making sure Dad's coming too. See you later, Rogers. Bye, hut.
Gave the immediate hut surrounds a quick whiz up with the whippersnapper. Okay, Jade, there were 100 traps on the trap line. 50% of them had caught stoats. How many traps had caught stoats?
50.
Well done.
The oranges are also there. No banana is yellow. Candy lemon is red. And wild black pepper.
And yum yum. too good. Gave this one a quick little spruce up with the nifty little weed whacker. Munch a couple lollies and go catch up with the kids and Broogie.
How you going, love?
Good. Nearly there. Nearly done.
Even Fernie's running. Thank you.
Well, if you're still with us, as always, thanks heaps for watching, and I hope you got a little bit of enjoyment out of it, or got to see something interesting. And yeah, you got to see myself, my darling, and our kids in a very special part of New Zealand. Very special place for us. She's an absolutely beautiful forest. The track networks and the hut infrastructure in here are really, really top notch. The wildlife is awesome. And we're very, very fortunate to be able to do what we do. It's been a great week with the family. Definitely nice having the kids in here with us, especially for me. It's nice to be able to go out on the trap lines and come back to that lot. Even though, in all honesty, on this trip, Brookie was a soldier and she done most of the mahi. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I'll have nice fresh legs ready for next week, ready to start the February round.
Oh, what have you found, Jade? They found the car.
Ben's like, oh, I remember this place.
Yeah, I thought she was going to straight lie down, but she's been sniffing all sorts. How are you feeling, Jade?
Good.